All right. Today it was, wasn't it? It was earlier on today, I thought.
They got marching beat. They're a bit like marching beat.
All right.
Morning march.
That's good. That's good.
There were other ones, but let's see anyway. I think this morning.
All right.
Right, I'm sending you three that I'm putting drums.
All right.
And I'll send you one with it. When they hi-hat on the hi-hat. Obviously, more practicing. I'll do some more recording.
All right.
There you go. Nothing sent. Right. There you go.
All right. Thanks very much.
Right. They're awful, if you ask me. There's a lot of work into on my side. I mean, they didn't really stitch them to cut and paste them properly. Really stitch them together for people.
That's all right.
Yeah, so that street style making music, peace and culture, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've got my hustle now, and I sell the East Side stuff. I mean, a walking vendor. East Side. Well, t-shirt for me, though. East Side t-shirt. East Side hat. Good enough.
All right. We can do t-shirts if you want.
Yeah, so
If you want to do t-shirts, you can, but I don't know how you're going to sell them.
I sell it for Charlie. I sell it jeans for Charlie, John. I offer it on jeans for Charlie. How much for Charlie?
Hmm?
How much for the powder for the jeans? I can sell a jean for the powder. How many jeans for powder? If I say to someone, if I send you 5 exclusive East Live tracks, will you give me some powder?
Will I give you pounder?
For the 5 exclusive East Live tracks, I mean, what?
No, all I'll do is help you promote.
The vendor. How about £70 for 7 tracks? You keep 20, I get 50.
No, what I do is I just promote it. That's all I do. We got to sell them later on after we promoted it. That's all. You got to make good enough music that we got to be able to sell it and people want to buy it. That's how you make your money. So you got to make good. You got to make good music. You got to practice and you got to get really good at it. And you got to get your character out, your vocals with the drums. That's what I'd like to hear.
Yeah.
That's what I'd really like to hear. Like you going, whatever, while you're playing the drums.
Yeah, right. That's what I do then.
And not
you can sell it.
Not just
time and Simon's vocal tape.
Not just MCing like a jungle MC, neither. Getting your own style.
Yeah.
And doing like it's almost like a jazz performance, almost.
Yeah.
You know, where you just improvise on the keyboard, or you improvise on the drums, and you just get a bit of vocals out. It'd be nice to hear a bit of vocals from you.
Funny what I say. Sometimes what I mean to say, what I say when I'm recording, it doesn't sound like it does when I hear it back. You know what I mean? I wasn't chat. Sounds like trap.
It's all right.
Doesn't sound like when I say chat. It sounds like trap.
I think it's all right.
Yeah.
I think you just got. I think you just got to do. I think it's better just to record something than nothing, isn't it? It's better to have some material than nothing. And at the moment, I'm willing to play anything you email me because I want to play other people's music.
Yeah, cool.
And whatever you do on the drums or on the piano or whatever, or whatever vocal you do, whatever, I'll play it.
Obviously, I want to record that sultry singer, the sultry other half of my share of East Life, John, on the vocals. So she's reached.
No, maybe, I don't know.
When I work hard for John, making all that money. That's what I'm camera. I don't want to be on camera. I'm making the hard work I put out, No, John's all cool as well. It's all cool as well. It's all gravy. I got a friend called Costa here, John. We call him Costa. He lives above the Costa Coffee.
All right.
Costa's a lovely cuppa. Costa's a lovely cup of coffee, mate.
All right.
Got some good herbs.
Yeah.
We haven't had any herbs for a long, long time here. It's nice.
Right.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. Yeah. We haven't hardly any cigarettes and tobacco in it, so it's nice to smoke some herbs, isn't it? It's easy to breathe. Yeah. Yeah, what I'm going to do, John, I'm going to do some more podcasts on that. What I'm going to do Saturday morning, yeah, like I did the other morning, Monday morning. Yesterday morning, I'm going to ring you when I go out at 6, give you a live link up while I'm out doing the East Life vending, yeah, between 6 and 9 every weekday morning. I'm going to go out and sell the East Life material.
All right, then.
So see what
Is that to your standard? Nothing.
Thank you.
All right, Simon, I better get back to doing some broadcasting, hadn't I?
Mm.
All right, I'll catch up with you tomorrow or something, on Monday.
Yeah, like I said, I'm going to ring between 6 and 9. Think of me like...
Oh, you're gonna be tuning in tomorrow morning, aren't you? You're gonna be tuning in tomorrow morning, aren't you? 7 o'clock in the morning.
Here and now again for 7 till 10.
7 in the morning till 10 o'clock at night. You got to tune in all day tomorrow. So tune in all day and listen to the Power of Now all day.
Presentation, John's presentation, John's recent presentation.
I'm doing it all day tomorrow. I'm doing it all day tomorrow, starting at 7 o'clock in the morning. All right, Simon. I'll see you later, yeah?
I'm Simon M, yeah?
All right.
Malahan.
Yeah, remember that?
Malahan. If you don't know, guys, get to know. I rock to live and I rock to the show. It's my gang. The gang go where the gang go. The ganja, man. Yeah? John, thanks for the shout out, yeah?
All right.
Big shout out to Jessica.
Big shout out to Jessica. Big shout out to Simon.
The man with the Bostra. The raw mace hostess with the tea and coffee. Man, here's the kettle in the microwave at work. It's the man like Buster, yeah?
You what?
Big shouts out on your live feed, innit?
What?
The people, I'm having a good time, John.
All right.
This is some lovely weed. I better go careful.
I want to get off the phone anyway.
Herbs, John, thanks.
I'm getting off the phone anyway.
Yeah. I better watch our leg, Alex.
Sounds on the airway.
Hiya, Christian Gorsalin. Give a shout out to Jack, Dale, Tony, and Christian, please. Big shout out to Jack, Dale, Tony, and Christian. Big shout out to you guys. And a big shout goes out to Christian. Oh, that is Christian, is it? Yeah, all right, yeah. We're just listening to the East Life sound bank. The sound bank of every single tune from 1997 up until 2019, December 31st. Nothing of 2020 is in this playlist. On Monday, we're going to convert the 2020. We're going to convert the January and February files from WAV into MP3, and then we're going to include them on this playlist. We're going to include them. That's all right, man. No worries if you're still there. That's all right. You can ask me any question you want or anything. It's all right. Tomorrow morning, starting at 7 o'clock in the morning, we're going to narrate the book called The Power of Now, and we're going to do it all day until we complete the book. We won't stop until we complete it, and we'll complete it probably before 10 o'clock, I reckon, at night. I'm sure we'll finish it before that. I nearly finished it last week, and I wasn't reading it continually. I didn't start it till later on anyway. Starting at 7 o'clock in the morning, probably finish it by about 6 or something like that. That's what I'm hoping, and then I hope that I can do Pathfinder with just music. That's what I'm hoping, but we'll have to wait and see. Depends how many interruptions we get during the day as well.
Show me, show me, show me, show me, show me, show me, show me your love. Show me, show me, show me, show me, show me, show me, show me your love. Show me, 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 show me your love. 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 Show me, show me, show me your love.
Last night we had up to 11 viewers on here at one stage. We've got 2 on here at the moment. I'm not viewing at the moment in case Black Lightning comes in, because I don't want Black Lightning to read it. Black Lightning reads it and it's cussing and it's negative. It's not good for his mental health. So we've actually got 2 people viewing right now, actually 2 people, 3 people now, right?
Show me, 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 show me love. Show me, show me, show me Take my hand and lead me to the place where I feel your warm embrace. Look into your eyes and feel the love and deep down inside. Take my hand and lead me to the place where I feel your warm embrace. Look into your eyes and feel the love and deep down inside. Show me, show me, show me your love. Take my hand and lead me to the place where I feel your warm embrace. Look into your eyes and feel the love and deep down inside. Take my hand and lead me to the place where I feel your warm embrace. Look into your eyes and feel the love and deep down inside.
This disco moo moo. What's good, my man? Well, what is good is the air. The air is really good. Food's really good. The drink is really good. The smoking is really good. That's what's good, my man. I don't know what you think, but I just enjoy the survival things that we survive with, and as long as I got survival stuff, that's all that I'm happy with. That's what I'm happy with. Food, drink. I've eaten today. I've drank, I've smoked. What more can I want? That's it. The day's complete, isn't it? I mean, I've meditated all day, so I've rested and I've relaxed and I feel fresh. And no television, just the broadcasting all day. This is a special playlist that I made today. It's all the music from 1997 up until 2019, December 31st. It's got none of January or February of 2020. But on Monday, I will update the playlist so that it will have January's and February's music, because we'll be into March then. So I will make sure that January's and February's music gets put onto this playlist. And yeah, then we'll be on March, and I think I'm almost ready to start working on music. I'm starting to feel more ready for it. I think it's very seasonal with me. I can't just force myself to do it. I have to do it when the right season's there. I'm a very seasonal man, I think. I'm very seasonal. It's just how I am. I mean, I've never done much in February before anyway. Never. In 2017, I did do one or two, but not many. And that's the only time I've worked in February, I think. Right, that was Y13 Mark. Right. This is C34 Holy Spirit. I don't know if you're still there, Disco Movie, but are you okay? Are you good? Whoever's there, you can reply. You can say whether you're good or bad or whatever. I mean, there might be 2 silent viewers. I mean, that's 2 silent viewers. That's all right. I don't mind. You don't have to comment. If you want to just spectate or just watch or just view, then that's fine. We're better that way, really. Oh, this movie. Yeah, man, I'm proper good. Just chilling. Yeah. I'm enjoying chilling out to the tunes as well. This isn't a brilliant tune, as you can tell. I mean, it's not like in the charts or anything. It's a very rough and ready tune, but it reminds me a bit like what we were doing in the 1990s, where tunes didn't sound releasable neither, but they still got bought and they still got played. And I mean, this bass time will still work in the club and stuff, you know? I mean, it's just house music and house broadcasting, and that's what it's about. It's about house and working from home. And I want to try and encourage people to work from home as an artist, making music maybe. Or I can only advise on making music, really. I'm not a video expert at all. I don't know about all the effects and all the. I can't train in video. I know how to edit and I know how to make my own videos, but I'm not an expert. But when it comes to sound, I can teach people in stuff in sound. I can teach them.
Deep and funky, 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 deep and funky.
This is a nice tune to chill out to. Made in 2017, I think.
But they can imitate punk, they can imitate the jazz, they can almost imitate the classical. Deep and funky, 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 deep and funky. Anyone who has a group of 5 or 10 students really is conning you as far as how can one teach more than one? Deep and funky, 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 deep and funky.
We still haven't heard any tape masters yet, but they're sure to come. I mean, This is the Impeccable Minds track. We started recording, so the mics are on, so you can get your vocals through now. You could do with normalizing, I suppose. I wonder who's playing guitar. I don't know. I don't know who is playing the guitar. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Listen to me. I don't remember hearing that one much on the last playlist, so that's interesting. It's not a great piece of music, but it's all right. It's passable. It's something to listen to. It's entertaining enough. Maybe we can't release it. Maybe we can only release the Logic tracks, but that are finished. Maybe Impeccable Minds has got to get better first and built before we can release it. Or we could just release it. I mean, if people want to support the artist learning. I mean, it's quite a long track. It's, if you like interesting rhythms, it's an interesting rhythm. I don't know who was playing guitar. The guitar is just guitar noise, but who's playing the drums? I mean, sounds like me playing the drums, but not me playing guitar because I don't play guitar like that. So someone was playing guitar. I don't know who it was. I'm in Ras Smalls. I'm feeling quite tired now. I feel like going to sleep. Got to start up to at least 10 o'clock, really. I mean, I'm going to bed at 10. I think I might need to liven up the music a little bit because it's just sending me a bit to sleep. It's a bit. Let's just skip it on. There we go, something a bit faster. This is D26 Crispy. I don't know if there's any more Crispies after this. Yeah, there is another Crispy after this. There's another 2 Crispies after this. There's another 3 Crispies after this. There might be some Crispies before this. Crispy was a dub plate that I worked on in 2015, I think. Or 2016. Crispy's a dub plate, yeah. I worked on it quite a bit. It's a good dub plate. Totally chill Saturday evening with 3 viewers, 3 constant viewers, and we're just relaxing, enjoying the music, and that's nice, man. It's the first peaceful evening I've had where I've just had 3 viewers just not commenting and just chilling out, and that's a nice vibe. It's nice. Thank you very much. You can comment if you want, but you might want to just relax on your sofa and not actually get on the keyboard. I mean, it's a bit of a nuisance. If I've got to type on my keyboard, it's a bit of a nuisance. I mean, I don't mind if you want to just chill out. It's fine. We don't need comments all the time. Comments are really from ignorant people, really. It's ignorance that makes you comment, really. Or an ignorant mindset that makes you comment. And some people troll, and that trolling is just such an ignorant mindset. It's just, it's just ignorance, purely. And you got to be forgiving, but sometimes they can get on your nerves, I mean, I was shouted at one earlier. Fucking troll. It doesn't matter what he said. I don't want to say what he said, because if I say what he said, then someone else might hear it and they might try the same thing. So it doesn't matter what he said. We don't need to gossip. We don't need to talk about our life. If you saw it, you saw it. If you witnessed it, you witnessed it. If you didn't, you didn't. A lovely Saturday evening. It's a lovely vibe for me. I'm just feeling really nice, and it's not just because I smoke weed that I feel nice. I feel nice because I'm blessed. I'm blessed with the blessings of Jah, the gifts of Jah, the blessings and gifts of Jah. I'm blessed with them, and the blessings of Jah are joy in your heart, full discipline and self-control, and an ability in martial arts. Right, this is B18 Jupiter. I'll just keep quiet for this, because I like this tune. I'm going to keep quiet for this. Black Lightning and Raz Smalls haven't made it in the studio yet, and I'll let them in if they come in soon, but if they come too late, I'll say that it's too late, because they should be here by now. I said they got to get here by 6:45, and that means that they're late, really. I shouldn't let them in, but for the time being, I'll let them in. But I'm quite awake, and well, I'm actually quite tired, really, but I know. Would be nice if they made an entrance, but B18 Jupiter. Absolutely rinse out track. Rock wild. Makes you rip on the dance floor. Tearing track. Absolute terror. B18 Jupiter. Absolutely love it. Very simple production, but made by James Yellow in Eastside Studio. Featuring Cat and produced by James Yellow in the Eastside Studio. Right, that was B18 Jupiter. Now we've got Y71 Funky. I can't remember what this sounds like. I think this is, oh yeah, this is this. It's probably a 120 beats per minute version of Funky, yeah. Alright. The beats are in a different mix, right. Amazing to have all these different dub plates and all these tunes, and I can release them. I can still release all these tunes. I mean, I can release them one at a time. I suppose we could just do one at a time. I mean, as each week passes, we just release one each week. I mean, we'll add up, and each distributor will get so many tunes. And once they've got over about 25 tunes, it'll be so hard to maintain. We're gonna have to drop one of the tunes from the list or something, or they can still sell it, but it's not on the main chart or something. There has to be a chart. Yeah, there has to be a chart. I think maybe we should have a top 10. Maybe we should have a top 10 or top 20, top 25. Top 25, I think. We'll have a top 25, and when something drops out of the charts, we'll still have it. And if someone wants to order it, they can, but it's not in the charts. It's just, you'd have to know about it. Maybe when it drops out of the charts, we'll put it on YouTube or something. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I don't see how I can release other people's music. I don't see how I can do that and work out how I'm going to pay them. Because with this system, it just doesn't work like that. Really, you got to sell your tune. I mean, I can present your tune to my distributors. That's what I can do. I can present it. And if they want to buy it, they can. But it's up to them. They've got to hear it and they've got to decide. But I don't know, maybe I could slip it in, because maybe I'll get the distributors to buy all the music that I release, and that's the dream and that's the goal, to get distributors that buy every single track. And maybe the distributor doesn't need to. Maybe the distributor just buys what they want. I mean, I don't see why not. I don't know. I mean, I don't like to have too many rules and regulations. But we can see which tracks are going to sell then, I suppose. If distributors only pick certain ones, then we could work it out. But at the moment, I'm picking the tunes that we're releasing. I picked Proverbs as the first one, because I thought it was the most friendly one. It gets requested. It's a good track. This is quite a good little track as well. Y71 Funky. an early James Yellow style sort of there coming in there. An early James Yellow. Right, this is A2, Cool It J. Cool It J. Why has it got an R there? That's funny. Should be Cool It J. It's got an R in it. A2, Cool It J. Couldn't bear that light in my eyes any longer. I had to unplug it. Now I've only got this light on. That light in my eyes was too much. I need to get another light at the front here somehow. But that flashing like that is too much. Maybe I could. Let me see what I can do. That does help a little bit, make my face light up a little bit. It's interesting, it's a similar beat to the last beat. The computer picked a similar track. Right, I'm gonna make a drink. This is C44 Walking. If everyone request it. Now we engineer all our own beats. We actually play our own beats and use our own break beats. We don't use the break beats off records anymore. These are break beats from records. Most of these tracks are break beats off records, sampled, processed, and used in Logic. But now what I do is I record my own drums, process my own drums, and use them in Logic. It's a good way of making music. If any of you fancy being a record distributor, just hit me up, man. Just email me. Just email me at eastsidetelevision@gmail.com. eastsidetelevision@gmail.com. Just say the word record distributor and we'll take it from there. Or you can just email me the words email me the words record distributor. If you want to be a record distributor, you can earn up to £1,000 or more a week. It's not bad. You invest £10 a week, and you've got to buy the stock, haven't you? So you buy the stock at £10 a week. So you actually earn £990 a week. It's not bad. Or you can sell more, depending on how organised you are. Depends how organised you are with your affairs. I can guide you, but it's very difficult to monitor and track and trace a large amount of releases, and that's what I realised. It's very difficult to do that. So, really, we should have a top 25 on release all the time. Top 25 on release, and they can go up and down the list, I suppose. We'll release something and see how well it does. I don't know if we're going to monitor the sales, though. I don't know if we're actually going to do that, because I mean, all these guys would have to monitor their sales, and I haven't told Simon to do that, and we can't really do that. We just have to. We'll just know what's a good seller. We'll just know, and this is a real cowboy cash in hand business. I mean, Tories will love it. Tories will love this business. This is a real business for raising people out of poverty. I can raise you out of poverty with my business. If you're in poverty, I can raise you out of poverty. I mean, I need 100 distributors maximum. A maximum of 100 distributors. I think that's too many anyway. I might have to stop at 25 or something, because I don't know how I'm going to monitor. I don't want to be doing bank transactions all week. So, I don't know. I mean, 100 would make me 1,000. So, I'll do 100. That's what I'll do. I can do that easily while I'm broadcasting here. Up to 100, and you got a chance there to be a record distributor. I've got one track on release right now called Proverbs. We're just testing that out first. We're going to release that first, and we're going to try and sell it. And then, what is that 3-hour video that you made? The one you paid to get advertised? I don't know what it is. I just picked a video that was the most recent one or something, or Pathfinder one or something. I just picked one, that was all. I'm sorry if you watched it all. You don't really need to. The idea of my advert really is to get you to to get you here, and that's what you did. So it sort of works anyway. But I don't even know what's on that 3-hour video. It doesn't really matter. It's irrelevant, really. It's just to get you here to this point here now where you are. So I wouldn't worry about what's on that video. There's nothing important. I don't even know what's on there. I never even watched it. I just made it and then I just advertised it. And then I advertise Proverbs as well. I pay up to £3 a day on advertisement. And it's a small advertisement fee, but it does get me a presence and it does work. I mean, I've got over 100 subscribers already now. So things is looking very positive. It's looking very good. Oh, yeah, it did work. Yeah. Are you interested in becoming a record distributor, or are you a music producer, or are you a singer or rapper, or do you just enjoy listening to music, or do you enjoy this music? It's a lot of questions, but you can answer whatever you want, really.
They destroyed their jungle. They destroyed their jungle years ago.
Business is a bit down at the moment. It's not quite as good as what it needs to be. I hope we get something happen, but I don't think we will. It's getting a bit late now. I'm just a bit worried, but I'm all right, really, for the time being. But let's hope we get a busy day tomorrow. Let's hope so. Right, that was A78 Listen. A78 Listen. It's the end of that. Now we're going to bring in the next track. What is it? It's got a long end. Oh, this is B32 Hammer. It's a drum and bass track, jungle drum and bass. Very pleasant, chilled, quiet evening here. I mean, I don't know if Disco Moo is still there, but maybe give us a little sign if you're still there, if you can. If it's too much hassle, don't worry about it. But I'd be interested to know if Disco Moo is still there. But please give us a little sign if you can, if you're there, or whoever's there. Please give us a little sign, just to, if you can. If you want to stay silent, you can. I don't mind. It's still good to have 2 viewers, but B32 Hammer's quite a good track actually. I haven't heard this for a while. I don't think it was on the playlist. I don't think it was on the last one. We've got every single track here now. Still haven't heard any of the tape masters. It's interesting. It's taking a long time to get to them. Really nice beat. I really like that beat. Sounds modern, it sounds fresh. Right, this is Y8 New Style. Y8 New Style. Must be when I thought I was revolutionising something and I thought I was making a new style. It's a drum roll. I drummed it, obviously. I drummed the whole thing and the bass drum as well, probably. just tried bringing out someone to try and make rustle up some business to sell one track to them. Support Eastlife and support yourself. Become a record distributor. There's 100 jobs vacant right now. No real skills needed. Just all you need to do is just be able to sell an MP3. You can do it by having a record shop on YouTube. You can do it by inviting your friends around, or however you can sell an MP3, you can do it. You can have an email database or whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. I think that put them listeners off, but they're daft, man. Why do people run away from opportunities like this? I don't get why people don't take them up. I'm always coming up with great business ideas, but no one partakes, and if no one partakes, then it never works. You got to take your position in the game. You got to take your position. Are you a fan? Are you a distributor? And that's what it boils down to. Do you want to be a distributor, or do you just want to be a fan? There's nothing wrong with just being a fan. If you want to be just a fan, you can. I don't even mind if I have fans in my list, in my 100. I will collect fans, but fans aren't the same as distributors, though, because distributors have got to buy the units, like the 10 units, really. I don't know, maybe they don't have to, but maybe I just need 100 people. But how long have you been streaming for? I've been streaming since November the 11th, nearly 24 hours a day. I'm always streaming. This session's been going on since about 6 o'clock, but I'll be streaming till 10 o'clock with this stream. And then at 10 o'clock, I'll change over to one called Fort Uno, and that's on till 7 o'clock in the morning. Then at 7 o'clock in the morning, it's Jungleism. Then at midday, it's Shared Vision. Then at 6 o'clock, it's Pathfinder again. And that's how it goes. So I've been streaming a long time, but I'm dedicated to it because I've got a vision that I want to share with the world, and I think YouTube's a great platform to do it on. Do I sleep? Yeah, I do sleep. I leave this on while I'm asleep. I turn the volume down and I go to sleep. I do sleep, yeah. I get some good views while I'm asleep, actually. I get some good views during the night. I don't know why that is, but I'm not even there and I get good views. So people are just listening to music at night. That's really good. Am I a nutter? Yes, maybe I am a nutter. That's all right. That's what you think, and then that's your judgment. And I don't know if I accept your judgment fully, but if that's your judgment, then it's not too bad. It could be a lot worse, couldn't it? I mean, if you're interested, you could be a record distributor if you wanted to be. I'm doing a record distribution business where I distribute to 100 people, and they can distribute to as many people as they want. Really, freedom, innit? I mean, I'm doing 100. You can do up to 100 if you want. If you do up to 100, you can earn about £1,000 in a week. That's if you had 100 distributors. And what I'm doing is trying to raise everyone out of poverty, not just myself. I could sell all the units myself, or stream on Spotify or something like that. But I'm not doing that. I'm trying to do a business that we can. It's a bit of fun where we trade money and we actually exchange money for art, and I just think it's the way forward. And I'm sure it'll take. I don't know. Well, maybe it won't take off. None of my ideas do, but maybe one day it will. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep plugging it and plugging it. I've got one guy already trying to sell the track already. It's just one track that you got to buy at the moment. It's just £1 investment. There's one track called Proverbs, and it's £1. It's an investment, and you can sell that as many times as you want as a record distributor. You can sell it to record shops, or to fans, or to other distributors, or to fans. Obviously, if you sell it to distributors, then it's your competition. So, really, you want to sell it to fans, really. Probably that's the best way to do it. You sell it to fans, really. This is D21 Skunk number 1. D21 Skunk number 1. There's a few versions of this after this as well. It's not the final version. It's an early version. Right, this is Y59 Cosmology. I love the beats in this. The beats are fresh. Check the beats out. I can't wait for a tape master to come on, but we still haven't heard one tape master yet. And there's hundreds of them. So, and there's even like whole sites that are there and stuff like that. So. This guy thinks I'm a nutter because I stream all the time, I suppose. But I've got a message that I'm trying to share with him. It's a message of Jah. It's the blessings of Jah. Where you can see a full 180 degrees and you can not be blind and you can function in perfection and not make mistakes and not make errors and not be carnal and have carnal desire. And when you got carnal desire, you're always gonna fuck up, man. Carnal desire is a perversion, really, and it's not healthy, it's not natural, it's not normal. Well, it is normal, but it's not right. It's not pleasant. It's not a very pleasant feeling to be carnal. We are all carnal when we go through puberty. I mean, there's no disputing that. We all go through a carnal phase. And if you don't discipline your mind, you stay carnal for the rest of your life. If you stay carnal, well, you're a hypocrite. To all them people in the media that get caught with their pants down, you're a hypocrite. Because you're carnal. So you've made the same mistakes. You do the same things. You just don't, you're not famous, that's all. All carnal people will suffer, not suffer, well, they will suffer. They suffer and they also inflict hideous crimes on others. And that's what they do. Carnal people do this. And we're in a carnal kingdom. We're in a carnal kingdom right now. Where carnal is normal. And it's not right. It doesn't please, certainly doesn't please me. A carnal mind is very displeasing to me. I like sophistication, civilization, and debate and communication. If I want to get to know a woman, I've got to communicate with her. I've got to know if she's on my level. I've got to know if she can answer my questions. Can she be a prophet? Can she? These are things that I find fascinating. That's why I find Karen Shannon so fascinating. I wish I never dumped her now, back in 2009. I wish I never dumped her because she really is the best thing that I ever met, really. I think she is. She's the one that would teach me the most. She was the best teacher. She had the best advice and she was the best at music. Her and me together playing music is a great thing. And I'd love to do it again, and I hope we do. And I hope we can keep our trousers on and stuff and make some music. And that's why she doesn't want to come around here anymore, because we can't keep our clothes on. Well, she's got her own boyfriend, so she doesn't want to be taking her clothes off with me. And that's why she doesn't come around here. But we make amazing music together. I played it earlier on. We had a violin on here, and I'll point out anything that comes on with her on it. I'll point it out. She's a proper queen. She's a proper boss. She's a proper boss, Karen Shannon. There's no disputing that. And that's why she doesn't like being with me as well. Because I'm a boss and she's a boss. She doesn't like subjecting to me. And I'm not really subjecting to her, but she doesn't like... I don't know, I'm not really asking her to subject to me, but she just doesn't like me being bossy and her being bossy. It clashes a bit. She doesn't like it. I don't mind it. I don't mind her being a boss. But there's certain things that I have to decide or that I have to do, and that's just the way I am. And she likes going out, and I like staying in. I mean, I like the journey of music and creativity and stuff like that. She likes the beauty of flowers and meadows, and she's a part-time musician, really. She's not full-time like me. Right, this is Y35 fishing. I haven't heard this track for a while. I think I was playing these originally and then I scrapped them and now I bought them back again. Yeah, feeling this track. Really liking it. It's a shame we haven't got a few more viewers on here tonight, but we did have three viewers for quite a while, so you know, we've done quite well. They were silent viewers, and that's all right. We do need to get, I'd like to have 100 viewers viewing all the time. All the time, 100 viewers. That'd be spectacular for me. I think one day I can achieve it. Put the West Side on and just check out what they're doing. Just check out the competition, then we put it on. It was dull and boring. It was just terrible. I had to switch it off. Terrible music. But this time of night, on a Saturday, they're playing that. I don't know. I suppose I'm chilling out, but right, this is B3 Show Me Jungle. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a drink now.
Show me, show me, show me your love. Show me, show me, show me your love. Show me, show me, show me your love. Show me, show me, show me your love.
Right, tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the morning, we're going to start playing Pathfinder. First thing in the morning. We're going to start playing Power of Now. Sorry, not Pathfinder. The Power of Now. And we're going to play it all day. We're going to play it. Hopefully we'll finish it by 6 o'clock. I hope we'll finish it by then. There will be little breaks and intervals and stuff what I'll have to do, but I'll be playing it continually as much as I can all day. And I've played the whole book. I nearly done it last week anyway. So I know I can do it. Big up, big tunes. All right, who's that? Beard 421. Beard 4. Is it Beard? Beard 421. All right, big up, it's a big tune. These are Eastside Studio tunes. They're produced in this studio here, basically. Tune Amy pal. I don't know what you mean by that. Tune Army pal. Tune Army pal. All right. If you enjoy it, you can always subscribe to the channel. Well, I much appreciate that. And also, if you're interested, you can become a record distributor. I've got record distributor jobs going. I've got 100 record distributor jobs going. And they're self-employed, and you work whenever you want. You can do it in your spare time. You can do it while you're working now. You can change your life. You can change over from one business to another, or you can do multiple businesses. I mean, I wouldn't just rely on one business anyway. I would never rely on one business. You've got to have multiple businesses to survive anyway. I'd never put all my eggs in one basket and have one income. Two people are not going to make you rich. Go back to pushing trolleys, pal. I don't need to go back to pushing trolleys. When I left work, I was a manager anyway. When I left work, I was a manager. I don't need to go back to pushing trolleys. If I went back to work, I'll be a manager. And I'm a manager now. I'm a CEO of East Life Records. I don't need to go back to pushing trolleys. Two people are not going to make you rich. What do you mean two people are not going to make you rich? What are you going on about? Where do you get two people from? Managing your STDs. Oh, right. You're a very interesting fellow, all right. I don't even need to be rich anyway. All I need is enough money to survive, and all I'm looking at is about £1,000 a week. That's what I'm looking at, and that's what I could generate you. I could make you about £1,000 a week, but you're being an ignoramus hater. So because you're being an ignoramus hater, why should I give you an opportunity of earning the money? I mean, why should I? I could do, but you could earn £1,000 a week, and I'm giving you an opportunity that you could earn £1,000 a week. But no one takes up an offer like that because they always think there's a catch or something, but there is no catch, really. How can there be a catch? Learn to read. Well, I do know how to read very well, actually. Thank you. There are some haters on here today. I don't know why there's so much hatred on here today. Fucking idiots. This is A69 Golden. It was made in 2019. This is Y52 John Drum Take 1. We've heard this already once today. We're going to hear it a second time. Or should we skip it? Should we skip it? Let's skip it. We heard it already. We'll skip that as well. Right, we'll try this. A51 Buster. Hello, you called?
John, I've written some emails, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking I need to add some clubs to the email. I'm sending the messages out.
All right.
Genes, yeah. East Side Proverbs, yeah.
All right.
I've read. Can I quickly read the message to you back in a minute? Yeah?
All right. Fine.
This is message, John.
All right.
The screen if you can read it yourself. I want to check the lead before I hit send. I bought 20 clubs by 20 tunes. So can you read that there?
Not really, no.
Get out of focus, too small.
But no, it's not. Have a look yourself at the camera and you'll see I can't really see it.
Yeah.
You just read it out, Simon. It's all right.
I know. You can turn the camera around. There you go. You see that now?
I see some of it, but I can't see the whole thing. You have to move it around a bit. You should read it. You should read it out because I can't really read it like that.
East Side would like to introduce their music files on sale now at £1 a track.
You can do whatever you want, Simon. I trust you to do what you want.
I've done it, bro. Yeah. East Side is releasing the title track E-Proverbs tonight. To purchase this song, please send faster payment into the specified account and reply to jessica.100@live.co.uk. I did this email here. The file purchase is sent through receive funds, and then on the email reply is attached the relevant MP3 file. Finding the time to read this email connection is appreciated, as we have an eclectic selection of previously unreleased MP3 tracks that can be purchased at a fee of £1 on each.
All right, that sounds very good, Simon. Very professional.
But I spent that, and this is the clubs day. You said record shops.
Well, no, what I mean by record shops is just people that we know.
These are clubs. These are clubs in London, yeah?
No, not clubs in London. Just people. No. It's a new type of business. So what you can do, when you sell a record, you sell it to someone, and they're either a distributor or a customer. If they're a customer, they can't sell it on. But if they're a distributor, they can sell it on and make their own money. So it depends whether you want to sell the record to them as a customer or as a distributor. If you get 100 distributors, you can make £1,000 out of distributors.
A sign-up fee of £1,000 will make you do it. This is a club, though.
£1,000 a week.
You can't send. I can't.
I plan on releasing 10 records a week. And as they accumulate, we'll make more and more sales and stuff, and it'll build up, you know. We'll start off with one record first, and then I'll release a second one eventually. Once we've sold this one, and once we've sold this one, we'll sell another one after.
I'm just going to send the emails. I'm sending emails to the clubs who's already said, look, Madman P, S.I.D. Then I'm going to send the East Side stuff, the East Side advert, promotion stuff, so buy the track.
All right, you do what you want.
They don't sell the tracks, don't they?
You do what you want.
Unless they sign up fee to, what is it you called it, a distributor?
But the clubs aren't distributors, Simon. I don't think you understand what I'm going on about.
I think the distributor gets more rights over the material.
The distributor gets more rights because they can sell it. They can sell it.
But a customer can't, innit?
I don't know what you're writing to clubs for. What are you writing to clubs for?
Because they're the ones I've contacted about DJ Madman Side, DJ Madman P.
Yeah, but why are you contacting them? That's not a business network, is it?
They got back in touch. They got back in touch, John. They've messaged me back, some of these guys.
Oh, okay.
Yes, can you send us some more material?
Okay, all right.
Yes, why not these two? As I said, you know what I mean?
All right.
Sign up to Beach Con distributor is. Would you like to sign up fee to be a distributor, to give them rights about distributing? And I thought 1,000. So you said they could sell up to 1,000, didn't you?
No, you should have up to 100 distributors because you should only have up to 100 distributors because if you have too many, you can't monitor who's paying you.
Yeah, who's getting the tracks? You've got to make sure they get the tracks back as well. Sign up fees.
That's not too difficult. That's not too difficult.
You've got to get tracks for their money. Shit. That's why I have to go in there and speak to them. If I find out fees from a distributor is appropriate in person, I'll go there.
But it'll raise all the poor people out of poverty, this will, won't it? It'll raise poor people out of poverty.
What, me doing this? Or
with my distributors and my customers, it will raise them out of poverty. The customers, well, all right, they lose their pound, but the distributors can raise themselves out of poverty.
People bringing people out of poverty. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to eventually, after I've sent this, at some point I'm gonna have to get a load of record shop email addresses. But that came to record shops, like actual record shops, build up the high street.
I've got a record shop already that you can direct people to. It's called Eastside Record Shop. I've got a record shop and I've got Eastside Television. Mention Eastside Television. Mention Eastside Television on YouTube, Simon. Simon, mention Eastside Television on YouTube. Put the link in there. Put the link in there for Eastside Television and the link for Eastside Record Shop.
Yeah, this is Outlook to work easier.
What?
On YouTube link, that's YouTube link.
Put the YouTube link and put Eastside Record Shop and Eastside Television.
Yeah. Quickly just copied that link there actually. Hang on, what the ones we used to have 107 subscribers, see? How many days have you been on? It's like
I've been on it 2 months
No,
now. 2
1
months
day.
now. 2 months exactly
2 months,
now.
3 months, that's 90 days. Yeah, it's about 1 day, isn't it?
It's about 60 days, isn't it?
We put this link.
Hmm?
Which link is you want me to copy? The live stream.
Pardon?
Yeah, I might as well try and copy the live stream.
Have you got Eastside Record Shop? Just do Eastside Television. Eastside Television will do for now.
The live stream. If I email them the live stream, they can watch it there and then.
Yeah.
Work out get a link of this.
All right.
Hang on. Copy it. Open it. You put that there to do this. Jess. Oh, she's started those got to do. My mate's downstairs. My mate from work. The Royal Mail job I did, John.
All right.
Get me.
All right.
You know, I get a link on YouTube, on YouTube on the computer, like share it, whatever, share it. There you go, share the link. There it is. Link address. I've got it. That's the link. That's the link. Link there. Right, so I'll send this then, John. So send it, get back to chilling.
Yeah, you do what you want, Simon. It's your business. You're self-employed. You just do what you want. You just try. You just try things out and just try it out and see how far you get. But I think you need to find actual customers, like actual friends and stuff, and people that you know and stuff. Or just you need to build up the sales links, you know, networking and stuff.
Shall I? Just fabric here. Fabric. Change people sending it, see? That's easily done. Right, I'll just search this one. I'll do fabric. Just fabric there anyway.
Well, it's up to you anyway, because you got to earn your money anyway. You got to earn your money.
I want to
so
do a DJ thing, don't I?
you want a DJ?
Fabric.
Hmm?
No, I want to MC, to be honest. I want to go to the club, MC, get a few drinks going around for the VIP. If there's enough people in there, more people, and then walk out with a bit of cash on me to come home with, really. To get the pizzas, Domino's, the food in, you know what I mean?
Well, you've got all the tunes. You can always do a gig if you want.
Takeaway, cab there, home, earn a living, innit?
You can always do gigs if you want. You've got the music anyway.
Yeah.
You can always do gigs if you want.
They didn't really get back to me because, like, you know what I mean? I need to buy more music, really.
You need what?
I need to buy more music.
More music? You don't need more music at all. There's loads. There's plenty.
I mean,
there's plenty of music there, Simon. You don't
other people's, you know, John. Other people's voice.
Then just stick to selling music, like I said. Then forget the gigs. I want to forget doing gigs. Really, I think selling music's better. I don't think gigs and the whole idea of doing gigs is the right thing. I think selling it is the best thing.
Right. That's what I'm going to do now. I'll try it your way and I'll do what you want. But I'm just not record shop clubs at the moment. Just one lady that got back to me.
You can always send people to my record shop.
Actually, people will know me. Right, just this woman that got back to us.
Are you still there, Simon?
I'm looking for the email I was sending. Part of time was written on, and I'm trying to send it to just one person. I just cut and paste this. Cut and paste.
Do it in BCC so that none of the addresses are, so all the addresses are separate and they don't see each other's addresses. Do the addresses in BCC. Do you know what I mean? Do you know how to do that?
What?
BCC.
No, I don't like sending emails anymore. I might have to import your whole image again. Or logo again. I just info. Remember this one on info at fabriclondon.com. I should be able to remember that. Info at fabric.
I've had a few haters on Facebook, on YouTube today. Yeah.
So successful, you get haters, John.
Really? When you get successful, you get haters?
Right, that's just a fabric then. These are available with musical. This is the title of the email. Musical MP3 tracks for sale.
You should do this on Monday, really, Simon. It's all right. You can do it now if you want. It's up to you. I mean, there's no time like the present, is there? I mean, but you should be meditating on a Saturday and a Sunday, really.
Right, so I send it to that coalition club. I've already sent it. I'll then send that to the same email as the coalition club.
Okay.
You'll get that forward in it somehow, and I'll be using it.
You got your own self-employed business now. Who's this? This has got no content. You may have corona. No, I haven't got corona. I haven't got it. I've been in here all the time. How can I have coronavirus? I haven't got coronavirus. No way. And if I have, I'll just die with it anyway, or I'll just cure myself. It's all right. I keep blowing my nose as well. And they say coronavirus, you don't blow your nose. So
I think that was a bit jammed as well, that email. I think you might be able to see that.
all right. What you should do, Simon, is send me the email at the same time. Can you send it to me as well?
Yeah, I was going to. This is on Outlet, on the other one. Right, I will. Let me look at these record shops, though.
It'd be interesting if I could read it. If you email it to me, or you can email it to me first if you like, and test it out or something. It'd be interesting to see it. got no content. I never received no music off you, and I've got right. What type of Asian are you, Johnny? Well, I'm not a complete Asian, and I'm not even. And if you understand what Asians are, there's two different types of Asian. There's a South Asian and a North Asian. A North Asian is from a different type of background. The South Asian comes from Africa. I'm what you call a South Asian. I'm from Africa originally, and it's true that I told my Rastafarian Jamaican friend once. I said to him, I do believe that one of my ancestors was a black man. And he said, I agree with you. And not many people would admit that. So he was chuffed that I admitted that I had a black man in me. And I'm a South Asian, which means that I'm African descent. I'm a Mauritian, which means that I'm very mixed blood. Because Mauritius has been mixed with Europeans for a very long time. Mauritius is a melting pot before London. London will be like Mauritius one day. And I've moved from Mauritius. My father's moved to this country, and my mother's half English, half Irish. So I recognise my English and my British side of me in me as well. I notice I call it duality, not mixed. I call it duality because you actually go up with two different cultures. You go up with two. So you can see it from two different perspectives. I can see it from the Brexiter side point of view, and I can see it from the Asian point of view. I can see it from the British point of view. I've heard it all, and I can understand why some people have their views. They're a bit bigoted and a bit racist. I can understand it. Sort of in my own family, I notice it. You know, I mean, even my Asian family are a bit racist as well sometimes. So there's racism everywhere, and racism is not just white people or just black people. Or that's great knowledge, is it? Well, maybe it is knowledge. It's an account of what actually happened, or of reality. Maybe it is an account of reality, and if it's an account of reality, then it is knowledge. Really, I suppose you could call it that. Thank you. But I haven't received any MP3s from you yet. Got no content. I thought you were going to give me an MP3 or... Oh, no, you gave me a link, didn't you? Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember now. You gave me a link. Yeah. I've written that down, yeah. Yeah. I'll check that out on Monday. Simon, are you still there? Simon? I think he's gone. Simon? All right. We'll get rid of that nasty noise, which was the telephone. The telephone makes a nasty noise. Technology's not that good yet. What you'll find is that most Asians are actually a mix between black and white. That's what you'll find. And you'll find Chinese are a mix between black and white as well. And you'll find that Arabs are a mix between black and white as well. You'll find that all the yellow and all the brown, all the yellow and brown people, and anyone with a trace of curly hair, they've all got black genes in them, and white genes as well. We've all got mixtures of black and white. Even all the black people have got mixtures of white genes in them. All black people have got white genes in them, and all white people have got black genes in them. It's a fact. We've all mixed long before, years ago, and then in 3 generations you can change colour. So you know, if a black person moves to Europe, they're going to turn white in 3 generations. And that's why I do believe that one of my ancestors was black, because I've got yellow skin. And if you've got yellow skin, if you've got melanin, then you've got black blood in you. And that's how it works. And that's why I was right. And I said to Rastafari, I thought I did have it. And he said, I agree with you. Not many people will admit it that are white. And he thinks I'm white, you see. Rastafari, it's because he's black Jamaican. He thinks I'm white. He calls me White Johnny. But whites would refute that. I mean, not all of them, but there are some whites that would say that I'm not white. You know, I mean, that's one of them. Someone said to me the other day that I should leave the country or something, or go back to my own country or something. But I was born in this country. I was born in Norfolk Park Hospital in Brent. I was born in Wembley. You know, my skin is brown, but sometimes it becomes greyish brown. Well, I mean, that means that you must have black genes in you somewhere if you've got brown skin, really. I mean, the greyish brown might just be your perception. It might not be reality. I mean, is that a truth or a greyish brown? I can't imagine that. I don't know if that's your perception or your own mind that's casting that as a shadow, or if it's true. You might have golden brown skin and you might look really attractive to the opposite sex. I don't know what sex you are, but you might look really attractive to the opposite sex or something. You never know. You never know. You say greyish brown, but it's true. I don't know what's true. What's it? You know, it isn't a bit of a vague word. It's true is not really a full sentence. I can't really understand that. Sorry. That was Y83 Rastafari. I think that was the 143 BPM mix. This is C50 Rejoice. C50 Rejoice. I actually am attractive to the opposite sex, not. Well, you say that, but I mean, when you get to my age, you look at youngsters, or you look at not. I don't mean children, but I mean just young adults. I mean, to me, a young adult looks underage anyway. I mean, someone who's 21 or 23 can look to me like they're about 15 years old. I mean, but what I mean is when I look at the younger people, they all look beautiful to me, and they all look very attractive. They all just look beautiful. I mean, everyone does. I think everyone's got their own natural beauty, and what some people call ugliness, I find it like an attractiveness, because the only chance of evolution is for someone really ugly to sleep with another form that is very ugly. That's the only way to form a new mix or a new breed. It could be done with something beautiful, but these extreme breeds that exist that we call ugly are the only chance of evolution left. That's the only chance. So that's why I'm a rough rider. I mean, I will. I'm not saying I'll shag anything, but if I see a girl that's a bit rough or whatever, it doesn't bother me at all. Not at all. That's what some guys would say. Some guys would say she's rough, but I'd say fair enough, man. I'm a rough rider. I want to get a new breed, a new breed. That's what I'm talking about. You rough ride and you'll create a new breed. But if you always stick with the same sort of breed or the same sort of look, then you're not going to create a new breed. You're not. If you stick with someone that looks like you're not going to create a new breed. You have to go with someone that looks very different. That's why I would like really. I mean, I've tried it in the past. I have black girlfriends, and there's one black girlfriend I'm supposed to be going out with. But I mean, what I'm trying to say is that is the ultimate for me because that's a contrast. It's different, and I can create a new breed out of that. But I mean, that's what I'm interested in, new breeds and stuff like that. What's this? I tried to do this. It's not. I don't know how old you are. Got no content, but it sounds like you got low self-esteem, and it sounds like you need to tune in tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock in the morning. Tomorrow, set your alarm, and tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the morning, we're going to read The Power of Now all day. And I think you need to read, and I think you need to listen to that. And Sunday is the Power of Now day where we read the whole book. And you can learn their interesting cultures and beliefs. Yeah, that's right. Of course, yeah. It's true. Sometimes a bit of a clash of cultures, though. Like this girl that is an African girl that I'd like to have children with. She wants to get married, and I don't want to get married. And she won't have sex until we're married. So that's never going to happen. I'm never going to marry her. We're never going to have sex, but she still keeps chasing after me. She won't leave me alone. So, because of her culture, it's very important to have marriage, And she messes about with me. She knows that I won't marry her, but she doesn't ring me all the time. But every now and again, I know that something's happened. When she rings me, I know that the town's gossiping or something. I can tell there's like an hour that she rings me. I'm like, shit, she just rung me. That means that something's just happened in the town. I can tell when she rings me. Because she doesn't think about me all the time. So something triggers off the thought process to actually ring me, And you can learn interesting culture. Yeah, and believe it. Yeah, that's right. I've learnt a lot from her. She's got a lot of mercy and she's got a lot of forgiveness. She's a great woman. I mean, she's actually quite advanced. I would like to marry her, but it's just something about me. I can't pick one woman. I just can't pick one woman out of all the women that are there. I can't pick one. I just can't. I never will be able to pick one woman. I just never will be able to. I've never been able to. I never will be able to. Just pick one woman and then stay with one woman for the rest of your life. How can you do that? Could never do that. I'm not into variety neither, but I just can't pick them. I mean, if a woman ends up in my life, I'll be with her. I probably would stay with her till the end. But if she's not there or if she leaves or whatever, I mean, a marriage is not guaranteed anyway. I mean, are you not monogamous? Well, I am really, because I haven't got a sex drive for more than one woman anyway. And my sex drive is about once a fortnight, or that's about it really, about once a fortnight. So you're a player. I'm not really a player, really. I'm not a player at all, really. I just, that's what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say to you is that if a girl does exist in my life where, I mean, the last girlfriend I had, there was no chance of her being in my life anyway. She was just too busy. She had her own family. She's got 7 children. She's got grandchildren. I don't know how many, probably about 3 or 4 or 5 or something. And she was just far too busy. And we never met up again. And that was the last time I saw her. And that was that. I didn't chase around after her too much. And I got into doing YouTubing. And we drifted apart. But this other girl that calls me, well, we're never going to have sex anyway because we're not married. So it's pointless. She can cook for me, and she does cook. And she has done my cleaning for me before. She's actually come and swept up the whole place and bought cleaning products. And she will make a big effort, and she is humble like that. I mean, some of these African girls are really humble. They are really good girls. I mean, some of these African girls are really good girls. They really are. I mean, even Salika, even though she's in debt with me, I mean, she can cook, and she cooks amazing food for me sometimes. So, I mean, you know, and that's humble as well. I mean, even though she's in debt, I mean, she's quite a humble girl, really. I mean, she's a nice girl. She smiles. They both smile very. They both got beautiful smiles, and they're both very happy girls. I mean, they're both African. They're both from Somalia, and I hang around with Somalians a lot. And Hinda used to be a Muslim. When I first met her, she was a Muslim, and she was kissing me as a Muslim, and I thought that she didn't know the rules or something. You know, I mean, like, what the hell is she kissing me for? She's a Muslim. And then she converted to Christianity. She said she loved Jesus, and that's why she done it. I don't know if she converted to Christianity to try and make me marry her, but I mean, Salika's still a Muslim, and someone did ask me the other day, what do I think of Muslims? Well, Muslims are great people, really. I mean, Salika's a Muslim, Max is a Muslim, Scarface is a Muslim. The list goes on. I couldn't mention all the Muslims that I know, like Ice and Uncle, and I mean, I think the majority of the people that I know are actually Muslim. And the majority of the people that know me are Muslims. All the Muslims in the whole of London know me. I'm sure that there's Muslims in East London that have heard of me. Or I don't know if it's true or not, but I think the Muslims do talk among themselves, and they know. It's not just they know me. They know everyone. They know when everyone gets paid, and they know all the details and everything of everyone. I don't know if that's true. I'm exaggerating slightly, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if every single Muslim in Harrow doesn't know me. I mean, I'm sure that they all know me. And I'm not just known by the Muslims. I'm known by lots of people. I've been in Harrow a long time. Been in Harrow all my life. I mean, I'm known by people around the borough. Definitely. So, I don't know where the other people are that make music in Harrow are. I mean, I don't seem to meet them or bump into them. I don't know if I'm the only one with a studio like this in Harrow. I don't know if other people have managed to do what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm just a genius or what. I mean, I think it's an incredible achievement. What's it say here? No sex until marriage. Well, Valentina says that. Do you say that? Well, I mean, Valentina, I mean, no sex until marriage. Well, I don't get married. I mean, I just won't. I mean, if a girl wants to love me, she can. But it's up to them to stay if they want to stay. And we'll have to get on. I mean, we don't need a marriage certificate to prove that we're going to get on or not. I could do with a nice woman living with me. I could do with it. I could do with it and helping me by cooking and cleaning. Now, most women think that's a really bad thing and it's sexist. But that's the work that needs to be done. I mean, that is the work that needs to be done, the mundane. I mean, that is it. I would do it myself, but I'm institutionalized. That's the problem. I'm actually institutionalized. So I can't do any physical work anymore. I just can't. I tried to do an allotment twice and I couldn't do it. I'm just too slow. I just haven't got the pace anymore, the pace of life to keep up with the rate that you need to do for survival life. I just mess about. I'm a bit like a child now, you know. I mean, it's hard to explain, but I can still make music and I can still make a cup of tea and I can still make coffee. All the things that I could do when I was a child, I can still do now. All the things that I could do before I was on medication, all the things that I could do. See, I didn't learn to cook until after I was on medication. So that's probably why I can't do it anymore, because it's not something that I'm familiar with. It's something that I had to try and put effort into. There was a stage that I was doing it I Rastafari, but it didn't last very long and I got messed up by the hospital again. And every time I sorted my life out, the hospital would come and mess me up again. And that's what it seemed like for a few years. And I would sort my life out, and as I sort my life out, I'll be in hospital again. And that's what it seemed like to happen. And I thought at one stage it was the women gang up on me because they didn't want me to cook better than them. That's what I thought. I didn't, and now I know it's not true, but I was a paranoid schizophrenic. I really was. I mean, that's why I know how to cure it, because I really was a paranoid schizophrenic, and I really was a bipolar disorder. I really had depression. I really had anger. I really had a hot temper. And I had a hot temper today with someone on here. I mean, I can still get rattled by someone if they're behaving in the wrong way. I mean, and it's not really good to rattle me. You don't want to do it around me when it face to face. I mean, it's not a good idea to do that. I mean, I can actually lash out sometimes, and I don't really do it really, but it can happen. And you shouldn't provoke people. It's not wise. It's disrespect and provoking is not wise, you know. So Valentina says no sex until marriage, right? Well, I can't agree with that because I'm a Rastafarian, and in Rastafarianism, there is no marriage. There is no marriage in Rastafari. So in jungleism, there is no marriage neither. We have no marriage because we don't need it. It's just an official document, and it's not needed. We don't need an official document. We don't need it. In Babylon, they said that we don't need to be married anymore. So why do we still need to do it? I mean, times change. We don't need marriage anymore. Marriage is just a Christian thing, or I think it was a pagan festival first, really. And why do we need a pagan festival or Christian festival? I mean, why do you need an official document? Of the root word of official is office. Office. That's all it means. Is that you got your name registered in an office. That's all. I'm not doing it. No way. And you can have sex without marriage anyway. You can, and it's easy to find without marriage. I mean, I'm not bothered about sex anyway. Sex doesn't interest me much anyway. It's only for procreation that I would use it. I mean, what else is it for? It's not for anything else. It's not really for fun. It's not really for a thrill. It's not really for a buzz, and it's not really for a night. You don't go, oh, tonight I'm gonna have sex, and it's gonna be in the biggie end and end all, and it's gonna be so exciting. I'm gonna buy an outfit, and I'm gonna do fuck all that bullshit. I don't do all that. You just. It's about procreation. That's for me. I mean, go forth and multiply. I mean, whenever I'm with a girl, I want to get her pregnant, and that's it, really. I mean, I just said it on live on YouTube, but yeah, it's true. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. When I'm with a girl, I want to get her pregnant, even if she is on the chip. I'll still try and get her pregnant. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do. I mean, that's what sex is for. Sex is to get someone pregnant. So every time I have sex, I'm looking at getting that girl pregnant, and I don't see why not. I mean, I would be responsible. Of course, I'm responsible. I'm a great educator of children. I can buy toys, cheap toys and stuff. Have you got a girl pregnant? Well, there's actually one girl that looks a bit like me that I think is actually mine, but I'm not sure, and that's why I talk about a bit like as if I have got one. But I'm not sure if she's my daughter or not. But she looks so like me, and I don't know. I mean, I haven't got permission to see her anyway, so she hasn't got my surname or anything like that. And it doesn't matter. I'm not worried because I told this girl at the time anyway that I didn't want to be the father. I told her anyway. I said to her, that's what I told her. I said, I want to be the kind uncle. I don't want to be the father. So I've actually still got contact with this child anyway. And not really, I haven't seen her for years, but I did have contact with her. And I just educated her, and I just treated her as my own. And she could answer questions, and she used to ask me questions that I thought, shit, only my child could ask a question like that. Only my child could do that. And she used to do that, and it did freak me out a bit. Like, you're very smart. And I thought, that's a bit too smart. That's smarter than my own dad, you know? And that's what freaked me out a bit. What if she doesn't want children? Well, I mean, if a woman doesn't want children, then well, my last girlfriend didn't want children, and I had sex with her. That's all right, I suppose. But I don't like having sex for no reason, really. It's a lot of effort, and I don't have a high sex drive, really. It's if someone wants to have children with me, I'll do it. But I don't know if you want to have children, Valentina. Do you want to have children with me? You can have one child with me. I don't mind. I only like to have one child with a woman anyway, and then have a child with another woman. It's much more fun. It is a better way of living. It's something that I learnt off the Rastafarians. You can have a child with one woman, then you can go and have a child with another woman. And then that woman hasn't got a whole family, doesn't have to put up with my moodiness or my attitude or whatever it is. They can just live on their own, bring up the child and take it to school and do all these things. And favourite what? Cheese. I don't have a favourite cheese. I can't even think of the names right now because I haven't even bought cheese for so long. All I can remember is cheddar. That's all I can remember. That's all I can remember of cheese. But I'm waiting for marriage. Well, if you're waiting for marriage, then I don't know how old you are, but someone's going to cock you up. They're gonna say that they do want to marry you, and then they're going to lie to you, and then you're going to sleep with them, and then you'll be upset. That's basically what's going to happen. Someone's going to upset you. They're going to say that I am going to marry you or something, and then you'll sleep with them. Or that's usually what happens. I've seen it a million times before. All right. I wouldn't wait for marriage anyway. Are you waiting for marriage before you have sex? Really? If I was you, I would just have sex, man. It's it's perfectly natural. It's a natural thing, Mind you, I mean, for Valentina, I suppose the first time should be with someone special. I mean, your first time, you should do it with someone special, but I wouldn't worry about being married. I mean, it's up to you, really. I don't want to boss you about and be a bad influence on you. It's up to you. You do what you want, really. I mean, if you want to be married, but I just can't see you actually staying like that and then waiting till you're married, and then I just can't see it happening. I mean, we're not living in the 1930s anymore. I mean, guys just aren't like that, and there's guys that have bad attitude and bad mind, and they might just think, I want to, I don't know what you look like or anything, but a guy might just think, I want to fuck that. And he might just lie to you and say, yeah, I'll marry you. And he might even believe it. And then he just falls out with you. You might just have a falling out anyway or something. And then your dream's all spoiled. So your dream can be spoiled from any moment onwards, because even if you do get married, how long is it going to last? And will it be happy? Will it be a happy marriage? See, I'm trying to avoid an unhappy marriage. That's what I'm trying to avoid. I've seen unhappy marriages. I don't want one. That's why I don't want to live with a woman. I'd rather the woman lived on her own with the children, and I can visit her or she can visit me. That's just how I prefer it. If she wants to come and stay with me as much as she wants, she can. If I mean, at the moment, I can have a woman around here whenever I want, really. I've got the time. You're right, but there's good men out there. Yes, there are good men, but good men make mistakes too. I mean, and a lot of women actually fault a good man and make out that a good man is very evil. I've seen it portrayed many times. They go, all I hear sometimes when a woman comes around here, oh, my husband done this, my husband done that. This was, well, what the fuck are you doing with him then? Why be with him? If he does this and does that and pisses you off so much, well, don't come around here just to moan about your husband to me. Well, do something about it. Leave him. Or, I mean, is he really that bad? And then I meet him and then I think he's not really that bad, really. But, I mean, we shouldn't really blame external things. We shouldn't blame our partners anyway. It's not really your partner's fault. It's your own fault. Self-inflicted. But, I mean, who's going to understand that when we get angry and hot tempered, it's really self-inflicted. Who's going to understand that? And how is two people going to understand that? And how is two people going to observe that and practice that and understand that? I don't know what I'm going on about now, but you're right. But there's good men out there. There is good men out there, but but good men make mistakes. I mean, there are perfectly good men that women will complain and moan about. I mean, even my dad, my mum's in the past has moaned to me about my dad, and my dad is a great guy. I mean, I can't fault him really, but my mum can. So there you go. You know, that's how I see it. And some women will just fault a man just because they're insecure or because they've got a problem or they're chasing status. Or if the woman's chasing status or insecure, she'll blame her man. She'll say the man has got a problem. She'll say that the man's got to change before she can feel all right. And it's not even true. She's got to change, not him. That's what I see. And sometimes the man's moaning about the woman. If the man's moaning about the woman, he's got to change as well. It works both ways. I mean, if a man's moaning about a woman, then the man's got to change his ways. It's not the woman's fault at all. If you think the woman's got to change, you're wrong. You got to accept people, and that's why I don't want to marry someone, because if I marry someone, I got to accept everything about them. I got to accept every single little detail about them. And if I don't accept it, then it's only going to piss me off. So I don't want to get in that situation where I end up being pissed off. So it's self-defense that I don't get married, really. That's why I don't get married. I don't know if you understand that, Valentina, but it's self-defense, really. And you don't need to get married anymore. And I've had two sisters get married, and they've both been divorced. And the divorce bill is so expensive now. And it just seems common now that marriage ends up in divorce. It's just the way we're going now. You got to wake up and understand that marriage is just it's not really an institution worth worrying about anymore. I just wouldn't bother with it anymore. I would just go with the flow, see how you feel. I mean, if you see a boy and you want to kiss him and see what happens. I mean, I know that a kiss leads to something, and that's why you shouldn't really do it if you're trying to stop something from happening. But the kiss leads to something, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you're young, and I take it you're young, and you should just have a bit of fun. So have a kiss with some boy, and I mean, I don't know if you've got a place to go to or anything, but you only live once, and I think you should have a special partner at first. I think you should try and relate with them first. You should actually try and have a conversation and see if they're intellectually on your level. If they are, and you can see, and the other thing what you got to do is eye-to-eye contact. If you have eye-to-eye contact and they're on your level and they can answer your questions and you can answer their questions and you enjoy each other's questions, then why not kiss each other and see what happens and see if it's a good kiss or see if you enjoy it, that's what I would do. Good stuff. You're right, but there's good men out there. Yeah, all right, read that. There is good men out there, but unfortunately all men have a penis as well. And because all men have a penis, when they got one woman, they always want another woman. It's just the way man is, and that's why there's such a high divorce rate. That's why I can't pick a woman. I'm not going to be one of these weak men that's going to marry a woman and then leave her later on for another woman. I'm not going to do that. Just not going to do that. I just refuse. I'd rather just not get married in the first place. I would say that I'm a good man, but I'd say that it took me a lot of years before I became a good man. I haven't always been a good man. I used to have a hot temper. You know, I used to have a bad temper. I used to be depressed. I used to be paranoid, schizophrenic. I used to have all these problems. So how could I be? And that's why when I told that girl that I think had my daughter, that's what I told her. I said, I don't think I'm ready to be a father yet, but I want to have children. I told her. I did tell her. I said I want to have children, but I don't feel ready to be a father. And I think she actually had a child for me, but she did. But she knew I didn't want to be a father, so she didn't let me be the father, which I thought was really good actually, and I really like that. I like this thing that's going on here. I like it because I get a child that's being looked after and fed and taken to school, and okay, she hasn't got the education that my other niece has got. My niece has got a much better education because I educated my niece, but I didn't educate my daughter. So my daughter's going to have enough brains to get through it because I did, but she's not got the nurture quite. I did try and get her the dictionary that I wanted to, but I didn't get the dictionary to her, and she's got too old. She's not too old, but she's just gone through school without it now, and she's not got the same advantage that my niece has got. My niece has got more of an advantage because she's got the universal dictionary of the English language, and she's got that while she's at high school. So she's going to have like a private school education. She's going to have a very high standard of education using a dictionary like that and understanding what a dictionary is and understanding to use it. She's going to have a superb grammar. One day she'll be running things. You get a dictionary like that and you can run things. I mean, that's how you do it basically. All to do with dictionary. I mean, what is a word? And a word has a meaning. But does it have a meaning? Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's just a symbol. Tree, does that have a meaning? Well, all trees are called trees, but each tree is different, and we can categorize them. Like there's an oak tree and a willow tree, but they're all trees. And maybe each tree should have a separate name as well, because each one is unique. So that you see where I'm getting at. You see, so what is knowledge then? Is tree? Is the word tree really a great knowledge word? Well, it is a knowledge word, but it has got meaning. And if I was you, I'd just get ready for the heartbreak, Valentina. Like, there's just a heartbreak, and there always is, and everyone has to go through it. And I don't know if you're still there, but the heartbreak is what everyone has to go through. And there's always a heartbreak everywhere. Right, this is E16, sorry. E16 cash.
This should be played at high volume, preferably in a residential area.
When a man is in a studio, he must be in control of the studio.
This is Y33 standing.
This should be played at high volume, preferably in a residential area. This should be played at high volume, preferably in a residential area.
When a man is in a studio, he must be in control of the studio.
This should be played at high volume, preferably in a residential area.
That was Y33 standing. This is K13 Show Me version 11. So there's a lot of versions of Show Me. Shit, it's 15 versions. Oh, wow.
Show me, show me, show me, show me, show me, show me, show me your love. Show me, show me, show me, show me, show me, show me, show me your love. Show me.
I think the East Life is better than West Side at the moment. I don't want to go in and listen to West Side much. It doesn't sound very good. Let's go in there and check it out. We've got West Side on in the office. It's really quite good to listen to it at the same time as this. But I prefer my station. I prefer my station's music. It's real music. And because it's real music, it's softer on the ears, it's more easier listening. West Side's harsher on the ears. I don't know how they produce their music, but they don't produce it very smoothly. My music's much smoother. Much smoother. My music's the smoothest. Reinforced is smooth as well. East Life and Reinforced are both smooth productions. Of recent, anyway. East Life always has been. But Reinforced have adopted my music strategy, I think. Because they seem to have got my style. They seem to have adopted it. I know how they could have learnt it by analysing my music. They could have learnt it. They could have learnt it from one of my friends. One of my friends has got all my secrets. I told him everything. I don't mind teaching people tricks. If you've got a skill and you've got a talent, then it will come through because it's about music and you got to have music skills. You got to play scales. You got to be prolific. proficient in playing the scales. And that's what I would say. I mean, I said it once on a Facebook group, and they were going, "What scaling is it?" And they booted me out of the group. I thought, what the fuck is that about? That's not very nice.
Down inside.
I love that tune that's on West Side right now. That is a tune. 50 Cent. That's a tune and a half. That's a good hook, that. Takes to the candy shop. 50 Cent. Great track.
Look into your eyes and feel the love and deep down inside.
B19 Magic. It's a remix. I'm not sure if it's well, it might be the original actually. I'm not sure. I mean, there's a version after this as well. It's got the high frequency in the bass. Very quiet for a Saturday night. I might be up late tonight. I've got a reason why I might be, but I don't want to disclose my information. Don't want to gossip my life away. But YouTubing is quite tiring, actually. It tires you out, but I don't know why. I mean, just looking at a screen tires you out. I mean, I feel quite fresh now, though.
I've noticed that mankind.
I just get to a point where I feel like I need to rest or get away from it.
I didn't realise how
I just get to that point.
Until the animals taught me to relax.
I wonder if anyone's going to come on later. Like Eastside Willie Vision, I wonder what he's doing tonight. And what his partner in crime, which is Prof. Doc Johnny Wanking. Prof. Doc Johnny Wanking, his partner in crime. They're both partners in crime. Let's just see what this tune is. I can't recognise it. It's not a very good tune. West Side's not very good at the moment. East Side's better. East Side is better. I'm the judge of this. If West Side was better, I'd go and listen to West Side. If West Side got really good, I'd go and listen to it, but East Side is better. B19 Magic is a wicked track, and it's an old school track, but it's good. It impressed MC Sly this morning. One of these versions of Magic impressed MC Sly from Cool FM and from Club UN. Was it Club? No, not Club UN. Paradise Club on a Saturday night. MC. I was there on a Friday night. I used to go there on a Friday night. He was there on a Saturday night. Funny that, isn't it? We're about the same age. He was MCing. I was in the crowd. That's the first time I met Paradox. He was called Foul Play back then. And that's how he introduced himself to me. He said, I'm Dev from Foul Play. And I said, all right. I didn't know who Dev was. And I'd heard of Foul Play, but I thought, is he serious? This young guy is Dev from Foul Play. And Foul Play, I couldn't believe it, but this was him. And later on, he became Paradox. And that's how I know Paradox and Dev and stuff like that. And it was from Paradise Club. And that was where all the great DJs went. DJ Hype used to play up there. Randall used to play up there. Ray Keith used to play up there. I can't think of everyone, but there's some great DJs up there. Cool Hand Flex used to play up there. I think he used to warm up. What we could do is turn PA down now and put it on to headphones. It's unlikely that Black Lightning's going to turn up now. So what I could do is put it onto headphones. One, two, yeah. All right. As we're coming on through, yeah. Stepping on through with the crew, yeah. It's lively. My voice is loud enough, really. It's just that when you hear it on the PA, it doesn't sound loud enough. But when you hear it on the headphones, it definitely is. My voice is loud enough. All right, this is B25 Savage. It's not really a releasable track, but it sounds all right, though. I mean, all these tracks sound all right. It's what I realised. And years ago, Chris Rumble from Reinforced Records said to me, "You got to know the cut-off point." And I can just keep working on the track and working on the track and working on the track and working on the track. But often just laying down the beat is enough. So I can make several versions out of one track. I can do a beat track, a beat and bass, and layer it up and remix it and rework it and end up with a finished version. I'm working on a track at the moment. I'm going to do a bass line on it. Maybe on Monday I'll do the bass line. It depends when I've done my email work and when I finish my work on the list. One, two, 3, 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I've turned my side off because it was going through the mic a little bit, and I don't want to interfere with my station. And it's not really very good. I can put it on in the kitchen maybe, but if I put it on in the kitchen, it won't be heard in here. That's one thing because I've got a door in between. The West Side's not very good tonight anyway. It's just a bit mainstream, a bit cheesy. It's not really great hip hop. It's not the best. What I do is like hip hop and house and hip hop is very similar. I mean, you're doing the same sort of production techniques in house and hip hop. You're just using different sounds or using different rhythms in different ways. And house and hip hop is very similar indeed. House and hip hop is house music came out of hip hop really. Hip hop started off with records, but hip hop soon turned into a sampling phenomenon. Soon turned into that, Grandmaster flashed a message that used a sampler to chop the beats up, and there was a drum machine, but there was a drummer who, or a breakbeat of a record, played the timing of the beats. I've got the breakbeat of the message. I've got the breakbeat in my computer. I could make a tune with that. Maybe I should do it one day. Just for a laugh. I could just lay that beat across the screen. I could just do my own tune over the top. And it's perfectly safe to sample that beat and use it. Because anyone can sample my beats, really. I mean, there's no law on sampling beats. I mean, if I sell you a beat track and you want to sample it, you can. There's nothing to stop you from doing that. Legally, you're allowed to sample beats. So my beat tracks, if I ever sell them, then you can sample them. I mean, you're allowed to sample beats, and that's why I want to be a beat engineer, really, and I want to sell them. That's one thing I want to do. I want to sell my music, and beat engineering, I do £5 an hour at the moment. £5 an hour beat engineering.
Jah Rastafari. 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 Jah Rastafari.
107 subscribers. That's not
Jah
bad.
Rastafari.
107. Shared Vision got 44 views. Junglism 28 views. And there's one watching Pathfinder right now. I feel like I got a sore throat coming on. I feel like I might have throat cancer or something, but I'm not bothered. I'll just leave it and just die and rot. If I've got throat cancer, I've got it, and I. Shared Vision yesterday got 102 views, and today it got 44 views. That's interesting. Yesterday I got more. Yesterday I got 102, and Junglism got 18. Pathfinder got 35. Pathfinder's got 1 now. Junglism's got 28. Forino got 34. That's interesting.
Jah Rastafari. Jah Rastafari. Jah Rastafari. Jah Rastafari.
Right, it's A62 television. It's a remix of a track that was done a bit slower. It was called Television. I don't give a fuck what's on television. And there's a slower version with me singing on it. This is the remix of the 138 version. It's the A62 television. A62 television. Love this track. The bass line's heavy. You got to hear it on a bassy system. You got to get a PA system. I recommend if you're listening to my channel, you need to get a PA system or some decent headphones. You got to hear the bass line. The bass line's heavy on this. But if you haven't got a heavy PA system and you're listening to it on a little phone, you're not going to be able to appreciate the heavy bass line on this track. It's just not going to stand out. I mean, not on a little phone. Right, we've heard the whole track. A62 television. It's going to end any second now. It's ended. And we've got to wait for the end of the track. Then we're coming with the next track. What's the next track? Let's have a look. C45 Walking. Alright, this is like There's a few versions of walking before this. There's quite a few versions. This might be the last version. I mean, I don't know. I mean, C45 walking. You know? It's quite a recent remix. It's quite a few versions of walking. Walking's got a few versions of it. It's quite a recent version. It's a good version, this one. C45 walking. Today's all about feeling good. It's all about relaxing, resting your body, resting your mind, spending time maybe with people that you want to. Like I would have been with Black Lightning and Ras Smalls tonight. I'd be with them because that's okay. I mean, they're civilized enough. I mean, a lot of these Jamaicans really are civilized people. I mean, they really are. I mean, Jar Yuletide, rest and relax, bro. I am resting. I've been resting all day, man. I've been meditating all day and I've got to a high level and I don't watch any television or any entertainment or anything on a Saturday or Sunday. I just rest all day and I discipline my mind, and I discipline my mind all the time anyway, but I'm always disciplining my mind. I mean, that's what it's all about discipline. You can only get far by discipline and practice and discipline. That's the only way that you can advance, and that's the only way that you can get to the next level. Unless, of course, you become one of my distributors, which you could do, and then you could earn money just by being one of my distributors. You could earn £1,000 a week or more. You could easily do that by being one of my distributors, but it's a C45 walking. It's a good version of walking. This is a good version. Yeah, I like that. That's a good version. I'd like to get a rapper on this, actually. Maybe I could. Before we release it, I mean, we could release it, but it'd be good to get a rapper on it before we release it. We could release it as an instrumental. I don't know. Be interesting to see if Ras Smalls fancies doing some vocals on this, or Black Lightning, or both of them, or I could even do it at the same time. I could give them a mic each, and they could do it at the same time. I mean, Jar Yuletide, that's a wicked name. Jar Yuletide. I just realised what it says Jar. So that's incredible to call yourself Jar. I mean, you must be quite a blessed person. Jar Yuletide. Jar Yuletide could toast over it. All right, maybe you could. I mean, with a name like Jar Yuletide, I mean, are you a Jamaican guy by any chance? Or are you a Rastafarian at all? I mean, to call yourself Jar is a bit, I don't know what the word is, but it's a bit much to call yourself Jar, isn't it? It's a bit much. That's all I can say. I mean, if you call yourself Jar, that's like saying you've got Godhead big time. I mean, it's like calling yourself God. I mean, Haile Selassie was what we call Jar. I mean, Jar Yuletide. I mean, Jar Yuletide could toast over it. Well, you could do. I mean, I don't know where you live, but studio's closed at the moment. You couldn't do it now, but I mean, I think I know who Jar Yuletide is, actually. I'm a believer in the world of humans. I think I know who Jar Yuletide is. I think I know who that is. I think I've sussed out who that is. He wanted to call himself Jar something, so he's gone and done it, and he's just gone and yeah, I think I know who it is. I think this used to be Jag Cassabury, if I'm right. And now he's called himself Jar Yuletide. If I'm right, you don't know me. Oh, I don't know you. All right, okay. I thought it's just there was someone that set up an account called Jag Cassabury, and he meant to call it Jar Cassabury, and I thought that it might be you, but all right, sorry about that. I didn't mean to offend you or anything. I didn't mean to upset you or anything. I just jump into conclusions. That's all. It is wrong anyway because my uncle would admit it anyway. See, I can suss out quite a lot by just reading these words, really. I can suss out that isn't Jack Cassabury. I can suss that out. Right? Sorry about that. Seems like you're the only one watching. Are you the silent viewer usually or something? Or... I don't know, I mean... No one's viewing, so what's this? No offense, I'm from the other end of the Unisphere. I don't know where that is, man. The Unisphere, is that the globe? I don't know what you mean by that, Unisphere. Are you from London? Are you living in London anywhere? Because if you're living in London, well, you could do me a demo on a video. You could do me a video of you emceeing and send it to my email address, which is eastlivetelevision@gmail.com. If you make a video of you doing vocals or just talking or presenting yourself, let me see how you present yourself and see if I think I can manage you in the studio. I need to see a video. I need to see your face. I need to see you present yourself, how you present yourself, your mannerisms. You know, present yourself with your name. Your artist name, maybe not your actual name, or you can present yourself with your name and the artist name, and just do a bit of vocals, put a bit of music on in the background. Doesn't matter what the music is because we're not going to play it on here. But you can just, what's it say? 9 nicked in London. All right, that's cool. Well, if you do a little video and send it to eastlife television@gmail.com, I'll watch it, and if you're good, then I don't see why we can't get you in the studio. I don't see why we can't. I can fit people in. I can make time. I can make space. That's all right, Joel Utide. I'm here to support anyone that is willing to put the effort in. You get out what you put in. If you're interested, you can become a record distributor, working for me as a record distributor. I've got 100 spaces at the moment. I'm not doing more than 100. I could, if I did, I'd make more money, but I don't want to be greedy. I just want to stop at 100. I think that's enough. And I think if everyone just stops at 100, that's enough. And we can distribute like that among 100 people. I mean, if I get 100 distributors, that's probably all that I need anyway. I mean, even if I only get 25 or even if I only get 10 distributors, and if I release 10 tracks a week, that's still £100 a week, and that's all that I need anyway, really. So even if I only get 10 distributors, it's all right. And I'll probably get 10 distributors. I don't see why I won't. And I can earn money producing beats as well. At the moment, the rate is £5 an hour. But I can always push that rate up as time goes on. After I get more business. When the business is flooding in, then I up the rate and I upped it to £6. And then when the business is flooding in again, up it to £7. Then when the business is flooding in, I'll just up it to about £10. And maybe we'll up it to £20 because it should be £20 an hour, really. That is the going rate of a studio. £20 an hour is the rate, really. That's the going rate. So it should be £20 an hour. So I'm starting on £5 an hour. And I can actually do for 2 hours, it's £10. And you can do a session in this studio where you rent out the studio between 12 and 2 or between 2 and 4. and you pay £10 and you can record vocals. You can bring your own instrumental, or what you could do, I could actually provide an instrumental. I can provide an instrumental. You can pick one, but you tell me what style you want, and we'll try and find you one. Or what I can do, you can hire me as a session musician, and I'll drum you a brand new beat, and I'll play the parts for you. So you can see the tune being built in front of you. I can play the parts for you. I'm willing to work for my money. You know, if you're hiring out the studio, you're hiring out the engineer and the musician as well. I'll play the beats, and maybe you can play a bit some keyboard or something, but you don't have to. I can play the whole tune, or you can say what style you want it in, or if you want it dark or happy, or how you want it to sound. And you can design your tune, and I'll build it for you. And that's £10 for 2 hours, £5 an hour, really it is. And that's a cheap rate, really. That's a very cheap rate for a studio. Now, my studio is not quite like Radio 1 music styles quality, but it's still good enough quality, and it's about fun. And we're creating a new culture here. We're creating a brand new culture where we create music. I mean, if Joel Yulechild's interested, he can produce his own music and just email it to me. You could actually just get a drum and get WavePad Sound Editor. If you download WavePad Sound Editor onto your computer, you can just hit record, and if there's a microphone on the computer, it'll pick up you drumming and singing, and you could just drum and sing. And that's sort of what I do. I've got a project called Imperturbable Minds, and in Imperturbable Minds, I just record through the microphone. That's what I do. I just record through the microphones, and that's a great way of making music. That is a really great way of making music. That's the original way of making music, and there's nothing that beats the original way of making music. And you know, I mean, you could even do that, and you could email me MP3s, and I'll play them. I'll promote your sound. I mean, you get out what you put in. You send me a track, I'll play it, and we'll promote it. And if people request it and like it, we'll see if people like it. Because Dick Richards' tunes get requested. I mean, Bigfoot's tune gets requested as well. So, you know, it is a bit to do with the public and see what they like. But you're welcome to email me any MP3, or I'd like a video of yourself presenting yourself, or rapping or something. I'd like to see a video of you. It's just like sizing up, isn't it? It's like when you meet someone, you size them up, and that's what the video is for. I can't video chat you because you can't call me at the moment. But if you email me first, then eventually I can give you my phone number, and you can give me your phone number, and I can put you in my phone book. When you're in my phone book, you can call me, and that'll be all right then. You can call me 24 hours a day. If I'm asleep, I'm asleep, and I don't mind. I mean, you can call me anytime you want, really. There is office time, but if I don't want to be disturbed, I'll just switch the phone onto a different do not disturb setting. I can set it on to favorites. I can set it on to do not disturb completely. I can set it on to contacts, and I can set it on to public. But public, I'm not having anymore. I'm never having on public again. Now it's just on contacts at the moment. So you can get into my contacts if you want. It's worth it's worth doing business with me, I'd say. I'd say it's worth it. I'd say it is worth it. All you got to invest is £1. £1. And then you can make, from that £1, you could make £1 million if you wanted to. You could just sell that one MP3 1 million times. Or you can sell it 1,000 times or 100 times. But the idea is that you keep buying new music off me, you know? Because you're not going to be able to sell it 1 million times, really. You're probably going to max out on about 100, really. And I think that's what the limit is, about 100. 100's enough to survive. You can survive on my music. I've made the music, and I'm giving you a chance. And yes, I'm earning £1 from it. You could earn 50 quid or £100 or £200, whatever. All you got to do is just put the pound back that you spent, and then you can earn the rest. So whatever you earn minus £1 is what you're going to earn, which is a good investment. That's a very good investment. Right, we're going to bring the 410 show now. We're going to bring the 410 show. So what we're going to do, we're going to stop this. Okay. Right, that's the end. That's the 410 show next. Coming up 410.